Alright guys, old blue Accord. How we doing today? Let's not look at my face too often. But yeah, we got the Camaro today. Obviously it's in the storage compartment, right? Because it's winter time. And it's a 2018 ZL1 1LE. Sometimes that's confusing to people. It is a supercharged LT4 motor. So on 2018, got the original battery and gotten some low voltage. So it's gonna be a little hard to start. I've been starting it at this low voltage, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna go. I'm gonna have a little hard time filming it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this meter and put it up by the dash, and hopefully we'll be able to see it and get my thumb out of the lens. I'll do an amp check and stuff. What I did though is I did take this out already about a week ago, and I did drive it for I probably drove it for about an hour. And then even checking the battery, then the charge voltage was high running. It was like 15.1, 15.2, which I was a little surprised it would charge that high voltage. And it was still putting out 20 amps, and I drove it almost an hour, so I really let it warm up. I went and topped the fuel off. About halfway through storage, I always top the fuel off. It's just a thing, that way you have fresh fuel in the tank. You know, obviously it was in the 30s, so it was too cold for the tires and stuff like that. But you can see what it did. It kind of actually chewed them up a little bit. I try to tell people that if you drive tires in the cold, and I drove really gingerly, these 200 tread wear tires, they'll tear up real bad. And you can see this one, I mean, it looks like I've been on the track, how rough that is. And that's just from driving around on cold pavement, cold tires. I mean, it wasn't even like 40 degrees in the pavement. So you want to keep your tires kind of ginger. I really like to keep my car in warm storage because I think it helps the tires, but I don't know why people think that's not happening when you can look right at it and see it's happening. But yeah, we'll deal with that in the springtime. So let's go ahead and I think what I'll do is I'll pause it. Like I said, I can't really get the voltage to go up much over 12 after it's charged, so this battery's probably about time. You know, 2018 is going to be time for a new one in the spring. Let's go ahead and get it started. I'll just do a pause and move the meter, and we'll go from there. Move the light. Thanks. Hang on a second. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we're in the vehicle, and obviously, we got a good vision there. Yeah, voltage just dropped. Now, usually what I like to do is I want to get in the vehicle and just kind of let it do it. See, as you can see, the lights are coming on. I'll just kind of let it do its own thing. I've got the seat in a decent position. I try to always make sure to force the headlights off. The headlights have a tendency to come on. So we're going to see what the crank is on this. I think it's focusing pretty good. I can just barely get the clutch down. I always leave the hood open so I can get in there even if the battery's partially dead. We're going to crank and see. Hey. And as you can tell, the lights automatically come on, so I forced them off. And then we're just going to let her run a second. I do not have the emergency brake on, so I'm going to just take it out of gear. I don't really like standing in front of a car without the brake on. I may just turn it on real quick while I do it, just for safety. The brake has a tendency to stick a little bit. When you're in storage, the moisture up and down. So I'm going to turn the brake on. And you can see the voltage is coming up, but it's coming up slow. It's just what they call a smart charging system, so it's not going to hit the battery all at once. But yeah, we started. So there you go. You can start at 11.5. That's all I really wanted to prove. We'll check the amp. See if I can climb out here and check the amp draw real quick. There's your voltage. Kind of hard to get it when it's in the light. Yeah, we'll check this amp draw real quick. Yeah, 20, 21. I'll check it in another spot. Somebody was asking about changing their ground cable, if it would affect the charging. Can't really see how it would, because as you can see, There's not much difference between the negative. There should be. There's not going to be much difference between the negative and the positive. And obviously, I'm not on all the positive wires. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. This big one goes to the battery. So, you know, that's about as accurate as you're going to get. I think he was worried about adding the ground and where the CT was and all that. Those extra grounds aren't going to make any difference. Alright, so there we are. I'm just going to let it run a minute or two. I'm not going to drive it today. I had the jump box. Ready, but wasn't needed. So I don't really like starting at that low of voltage. I just wanted to prove that I could do it. After that, I think I'll just use the jump, and that way the voltage is up when it starts. Cranked over nice though at that voltage. So, all right, old blue Accord. Like I said, I'm gonna let this run a minute. Thanks a lot. Like and subscribe if you guys are interested in these videos, or got questions and stuff about the car. There's always some good questions about this car. I definitely can't answer them all, but I can answer some of them. Thanks a lot. Have a good one. Old blue Accord. Bye.